Jail bail. Overview. Enacting by Congress by 1944, the jail bill sent more than 8 million World War II veterans to schools between 1945 to 1956. It also passed home loans, who gave veterans a year of unemployment benefits of the veteran medical care. The bill was a huge success, propelling Americans to new heights of education and helping them feel the economy and prosperity of the creation of the post-war era. Jail bail was one of those things. At the end of the war, American soldiers obviously waited to see some of those to return to civilian life. Of those stationed in Europe and Asia, the Pacific, hoped that they would be busting industrial economy soon. Of the United States and the U.S. government being so ambitious, of the reason of the World War II had given American prosperity after they had declared for this decade of Great Depression. The government desperately fed off economic turmoil that was 15 million veterans returning back to the workforce might wreak, hoping to provide the servicemen and servicewomen a measure of financial situation. They were upturned, hopefully, substantially, and the veterans came back of the labor, of the market, of the Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Servicemen Legislation Act of the June 22, 1944, comedied by jail bill of the servicemen, of the red, of the guarantees, the forties, the loans, the homes, the businesses, the farms, the Trixie, the living spendings, and the college of the veteran programs. This was passed immediately by Congress. Not everyone agreed on this plan, though. This was off-ethic. It would put down the economy, and assuming the pre-war society went back to college education, a reserved elite as the president of the Chicago can grip, not holding the vice of the hopping with mass unemployment and the college of the universities, that they will find themselves converted into the Jalahufu. The justice said, and the justice made, always trying in some way. But the judgment proved particularly for jail bill. They started a $14 billion who took veterans seriously. Give me a second. But this improved the apportionment of the jail bill, unexpectedly success of 8 million veterans to school after the decades of the war, World War II. They've set the program about $14.5 billion. Veterans who took the advantage of the school works, of the earns, of the average, of the 10,000 to 15,000 more per day, who did that and who did not, gathering 10 times more costly than the program of the tax revenue. Consistently, some analytics had called it the best investment of the U.S. government that they have ever made. Original of the jail bill. In 1944, FRD, Franklin D. Roosevelt, was running for re-election, seeking for president's fourth term as the President of the United States. During the Great Depression, his government had won broad support of a New Deal, of using the government programs and ensuring the baseline of the economy, of the security. Roosevelt and the people, during his State of the Union of 1944, opposed of the ratify and the economic bill rights of the guaranteed American citizens employment, health care, education, housing, and the midst of wartime economic boom. However, this was promise of the security that failed the voters and earlier decidedly to have the attention of Roosevelt for the promise of the returning gills of the nicknames of the soldier developed, and the general use of a uniform. The government granularly of the home business loan proposition of the economic boom of financial constitution of thousands of new homes like those sprang up in the suburbs such as Lebanon, New York, and overall, Jill Bill was a major factor of driving American prosperity to success. What do you think? Imagine you return to World War II. Which of the Jill Bill benefits is most important to you and why? Why does historians believe the Jill Bill thing was so transferred to American education? Why was the passage of Jill Bill related to the rise of American suffrage? Let me know. Comments below. Okay, next one, because today we're doing two because I missed one yesterday. Yes. Alright. African American women of the Jill Bill. Overview. African American women were acceded to the benefits, the beauties of the holds of the African American women of the Jill Bill. Throughout the Jill Bill, it was the famine of the African American veterans who were enjoying benefits, discrimination, structural, often level of limit GU of the white benefiting men of the throughout the program was funded and illustrated by the direct state control of the local levels by veterans administrations and mostly entirely white operations. What do you think? Why some of the historians regard Jill Bill as the most successful, and why does the other things of the failures of the Jill Bill? How was Jill Bill related to the civil rights movement, and how did Jill Bill affect women's education works? Notes and attribution. Harry Kuban, never playing a level of field, back off of the generals of the back, of the 19th the her behold, of the 107 of the 108, her bold of the 106, the Julia welfare of the women veterans of women that served in World War II. Women Military Service Memorial and founded in 2006. On the Jill Bill, it was growing sense of rights of the Sea of James Tevin Patman of the United States of America. New York Oxford University, the press of 1966 of 1955. This is the African American woman and the Jill Bill. Well, bye.